We've been a leader in banking for more than 100 years. You'll find us here, at home, on your phone, and everywhere you go. Renaissance Bank. Understanding you. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
Sponsored by Renaissance Bank.
Good morning and welcome to Daily Journal Newsbreak for Friday, August 11th. I'm your host, Chris Kiefer. Remember, you can catch Newsbreak each weekday at 7 a.m. Watch it at djournal.com, Facebook, YouTube, or the Daily Journal's mobile apps for Apple and Android devices. Let's get started with today's weather forecast. Today we're looking at partly cloudy skies with a high of 90 and a low of 73, a 20% chance of rain. Your 3-day outlook Saturday calls for a possibility of thunderstorms, high of 89 and a low of 70, a 40% chance of rain. Sunday, thunderstorms likely, high of 88, low of 72, 80% chance of rain. And for Monday, scattered thunderstorms with a high of 85 and a low of 72, 60% chance of rain. Let's take a look now at today's top headlines. A coalition of local nonprofits and food banks are banding together to fight hunger. The Create Foundation's Tupelo Lee County Community Foundation and the United Way have fostered the creation of the Tupelo Lee County Hunger Coalition. The coalition intends to act as a hub between local food banks, nonprofits, churches, schools, and government bodies. According to the U.S. Department of Agriculture, about 19% of Lee County residents suffer from some form of food insecurity. That often takes the form of having to choose between buying food or paying utility bills. The Tupelo Lee County Hunger Coalition sponsored its first meeting of involved parties on Thursday. Mike Claiborne, president of the Create Foundation, told those gathered that the coalition can improve collaboration, produce efficiencies, and unlock additional resources within the area. A grant from the Rotary Club of Tupelo will give local students some additional learning tools. Aided by a $1,580 grant from Rotary, the Tupelo Public School District was able to purchase supplemental reading materials to go along with new science, technology, engineering, and math curriculum being implemented in classrooms this fall. The readers complement full option science system kits, which are hands-on science learning materials that are also being incorporated into classrooms across the district. TPSD spent an additional $2,900 on top of the Rotary grant to complete the set. The books are classroom sets, so classes in each grade level can share them and use them according to what lessons they are doing on a particular day. They cover subjects ranging from the human body to ecosystems to electromagnetism. That's all part of the district's STEM initiative, which plans for more STEM-based learning over the next several years. The state's economist said economic angst, and not internet shoppers, is to blame for the state's sluggish sales tax collections. The sales tax is Mississippi's largest source of revenue. Collections were down during the past fiscal year, and the new year has started on an even more dismal note. That has contributed to significant cuts in the state budget. State economist Darren Webb said the economy is to blame for the slowdown in tax collections. He said there has been no upward momentum this year and that year-over-year income growth is modest. Sales tax collections for the month of July were down $11.8 million, or 15.3% from the amount collected last July. That comes after collections for the just completed fiscal year were $6.9 million below the amount collected the previous year. On a positive note, use tax collections for the month of July were $4 million higher than they were for the previous July. That's an increase of 31.6%. And in sports, preseason work hits another level this weekend for area high school football teams. Jamboree games are on tap for tonight and Saturday all around Northeast Mississippi. Oxford is hosting 2 games tonight, with defending Class 2A champ Calhoun City meeting North Pontotoc at 6 p.m., followed by the Chargers against Charleston at 8. At Pontotoc, New Albany faces North Panola at 6 p.m., while the host Warriors meet Kossuth at 7:30. Another notable matchup tonight is reigning 4A state champ Lafayette at South Panola. Mississippi State is hosting games today and tomorrow. Area teams participating include Amory, Shannon, and Starkville. And Saturday night at 8, Tupelo faces defending 5A champ West Point. The regular season kicks off next weekend. That does it for Newsbreak on this Friday. Don't forget that this show is just one of the many online offerings courtesy of the Daily Journal that gets you news off the page and on the go. Check out the Memo podcast for a run-through of news and entertainment in Northeast Mississippi. On today's episode, Jenna Parsons talks about this week's food section, M. Scott Morris reviews Detroit, and Derek Russell talks about the entertainment scene. Listen in iTunes, podcast apps, or at memo.djournal.com. Each story discussed today on Newsbreak can be found in your Daily Journal or online at djournal.com, where you can also find a new episode of Newsbreak each weekday at 7 a.m. Thanks for joining us. I'm Chris Kiefer. Have a great day.